everyone, happy Bookmas Day 15. Today we are going to be baking some Christmas cookies. So I hope you guys are having a Merry Christmas Eve, whether you celebrate or not. I hope that you're having a good day nonetheless. I am not. Hopefully on actual Christmas Eve I'll be having a good day, but today we are having struggles. My vlog camera stopped working, so I started filming this video and I really wanted to have some like overhead kind of aesthetic shots and just, I had a vision for it, and then my vlog camera kept on turning off, and yeah. So now I'm starting over because I wasn't very far into it, so I was like, I will just start over. Now I have my phone here ready for the overhead shots. I've been really into cooking recently. You guys might know if you watch my vlogs, especially if you follow me on Instagram, because I've been posting what I've been making, but I've done one video like this in the past where I baked a cake and talked about romance reads, so I will link that down below if you wanted to check it out. I did everything wrong in that video and you guys pointed it out, but I was going off of a British recipe and Google lied to me. I really thought that it was powdered sugar, okay? Because that's what Google said, but it was lying. But the cake still turned out good. But today I'm going with a tried and true, pretty easy recipe, which is sugar cookies. I feel like I can't mess this up. Maybe I can. Baking isn't really like what I like doing. It's cooking more so, because baking is like an exact science and I don't like to be precise with my measurements, and you kind of have to be for baking, but I still am not, just because I don't like to be. It's just so much work if you're gonna be precise, and I'm not that kind of person. But I felt like today it would be appropriate to get into the festive spirit to bake some cookies. I was gonna do like a brownie or something like that, maybe some cupcakes, but I was like, Christmas cookies are just iconic. I feel like I have to do cookies, even though it's gonna be a little bit more work. So I've got my mom's mixer here. I've got my dog mixing bowl, adorable. I totally justified purchasing that by doing this video. I've got a cookie jar ready to be filled with cookies, all of my ingredients and everything, and of course the recipe, and we are ready to get started with baking some cookies. I think I'm gonna talk about my reading year and kind of going forward and just random stuff while I do this. I don't really have like a set thing that I wanted to talk about today. I just kind of wanted to bake some cookies and have some fun. So my sleeves are rolled up. I'm gonna wash my hands and get to cooking. So first I need 3/4 of a cup of margarine softened. When I tried to do this last time I melted it, so hopefully I won't do that. If you notice cabinet doors opening and closing, it's just where I have my phone to do the aesthetic shots, so just ignore that. But I do have a video that's going out in a few days or a couple of days. I don't really know when, but it's my 2019 reading wrap up, which is where I show you guys every single book that I read in 2019, excluding the ones that I've read in December. Those I'm gonna count for 2020, which I've explained in a million videos and just make it confusing, but just my reading year is from December of the previous year to November of the current year. It's confusing once again. I just can't help it. Definitely just dropped butter on the floor. Awesome. That's the other thing about me cooking. I make an absolute mess. Like, I clean it up, but I make such a mess. I can't help it. But anyways, in that video I go over some statistics, so I'm not going to talk about that here. I really just wanted to talk about like what I'm reading and what I want to do going forward. Let's hope I can soften this and not melt it. So it is partially melted, but like it was all liquid last time, so I'm happy with this. I don't think this will make my batter too wet. It will make it more wet than I would like it to be, but not as bad as before. So I think most of what I read, I felt pretty mediocre about. I read some really good things, but I think most of what I read, I felt like was really forgettable, which is kind of annoying. Now I'm going to add the egg and vanilla. I think I've kind of moved away from genres that I used to love, and I got a bit of shell in there when I cracked the egg, but it's fine, I got it out. I wanted like an aesthetic shot that made me look like a pro baker, but instead I like crushed the egg with my solid grip. I did experiment with reading different things in 2019, which I think was a really good decision. It helped me to feel the joy of reading again, because when I do booktube, it can make it hard to always be in love with reading because it sometimes feels like a chore. I feel like I have to be reading, but I've actually been enjoying doing reading vlogs again and enjoying reading again, and reading adult romance has been great, and DNFing books has been super great for that, and all of that has combined to more recently, I'd say like in November, start getting back to where I was before. Now I get to use my cute little mixing bowl and mix the rest of the ingredients in here. So in 2019, I started kind of gaining the agency back in not only my reading, but in my channel, because I started feeling so much pressure after It was honestly after I went to BookCon for the first time, because so many people were talking about this and views and that, and I had never concerned myself with that stuff before. Until then, I was like, are my views good? Is this good? Blah, blah, blah. And it was just stressful. But now I've started doing videos for me again, and I started taking the pressure out of it. It was never that it wasn't fun. I just felt like I had to be producing popular content. But now I'm like, no, I'm just gonna do whatever I want to do. And if people watch it, awesome. If not, it's whatever. I'm having fun. Did I move to this shot just so you could see the dogs while I mix this? Yes. Yes, I did. Was it worth it? Yes. Yes, it was. Was this bowl worth the money I spent on it? Absolutely. It looks like a giant mug. Like I could drink coffee out of this. Now this handy dandy spout is gonna come in handy because I'm going to stir this into the wet batter. In 2020, I think my plan is to just continue doing what I'm doing, honestly. Just doing what I enjoy, especially because writing has become such a priority for me. And while it's something I love, there's now additional pressure on it, and that has made it kind of stressful. So video making and reading is the escape that I need from that. And for a while it wasn't an escape, but now it's back to being that. Like I put up so many videos at the end of November, and I've been having a lot of fun doing Bookmas. It has reignited my love for making videos because I love the content that I've been putting out. I've been putting a lot of work into it, and I hope you guys have been enjoying it too. I got a little too pour happy there for a second, and it almost was a very bad situation, but it was fine. I redeemed myself. My dough is completed. Now I'm going to roll it out. Roll out. Roll out. Why? I don't know. This is honestly the part that I hate because it takes so long and it's so much effort, and I'm very impatient. I just want to cut them into shapes now. Also, I hate when the dough sticks. I get very frustrated, which is why I'm not into baking, because I'm far too frustrated of a person to be about that life. Maybe I'll just make like super thick sugar cookies. Honestly, for no reason other than it would make my life that much more convenient. It's supposed to be 3 millimeters thick. I don't know if I can do that thin. Ugh. Also, it's getting so bunched up over here. Ugh, I'm getting frustrated. So I don't really have time to wait for these to cool. So instead of using a traditional cookie cutter, I'm actually going to use these little stamps here. They seem super handy. I've never actually used them before, so I'm kind of just hoping that they will work. But if they don't, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be really sad about it. So I have a bunch of them here. I got them at Michael's. They weren't that expensive, so fingers crossed that they work. I'm going to start off trying with the reindeer. Okay, I will do it over here and just press down and then press that down, I guess. Let's see. Oh my god, he is so cute. I'm literally gonna die. Oh my god, this is the cutest thing I've ever made before. Look at him. I want to cry. I also just realized I don't have a cookie sheet prepared yet, so like I'm killing it, but like, oh my god. I hope that when he bakes, he like keeps this shape. Oh, these are amazing. I need to find more of these. I'm so excited. Ah! Just like last time, I have to call my mom for help.
Hello.
Hello.
All right.
Bye. Bye. Okay, we have silicone baking mats, and I wasn't sure if I had to spray them or anything, but we good. I had to pick him up again and I broke his antler. I'm so sad. It's fine, we can do another one. He will go in the pile that I'm gonna have to roll out again later. Beyond reading, I went through a lot of life changes in 2019, and 2020 is going to be even worse for that. I'm someone who doesn't deal with change that well. I do and I don't. I like change in theory, but in practice it's hard for me because I get used to a routine, and then when that routine is over, I'm kind of like, ugh. But I think 2020 is going to be a really big year for me. 2019 was the year that I got my agent, but 2020 I'm hoping will be the year that I get a publisher. I will for sure be on submission at some point, which is totally nerve-wracking, and I'm hoping it goes well. I will obviously keep you guys posted, but as much as writing and authoring and all that stuff is going to become a really big part of my life, I do still want to keep up with the other things that I do. Like I want to keep up with the videos and reading, so that won't be going anywhere, so don't worry about that. I would actually, speaking of videos, like to know what you guys want to see from me next year. I have a few things planned, but I always like your input. As much as I do these videos for it to be something for me to enjoy, you guys are the ones watching it, so if there's something that we mutually enjoy, then I would like to continue doing that or try something new that you guys might like. The biggest change next year is going to be, one way or another, I'm going to move out of my parents' house, which is going to be a lot. It's something that I never really thought that I would want to do, but like I'm kind of beyond ready. No offense to my parents, like we're all ready for me to move out, to be honest. But taking that step is obviously kind of scary, but I'm also really excited for it. It's just a matter of when that will happen, but I know it's going to be pretty soon. I have grown up in the same room my entire life. Like I've only slept in the same room. So it's going to be sad and not an easy transition, but it's definitely one that I'm excited for. Speaking of kinds of videos that you guys would want to see, if you guys want me to do more of these cooking videos, please let me know. I do like doing them. I just hate getting comments saying like, you're doing this wrong and you're doing this wrong. Cause like, I know, I honestly just do it for fun. So I get nervous posting those kinds of videos because I know that the comments are going to be like that. But if you guys like it, and like I said, I do enjoy doing it. So I will probably suck it up and do more of these videos. I know the baking sheet isn't hot right now, but I want to wear these oven mitts. So I'm gonna wear it to put it in the oven. So I'm gonna do the rest of these cookies and report back after. I just realized I was supposed to sprinkle those with granulated sugar, but oh well. Maybe I'll put some icing on them. These ones though, I will sprinkle with sugar. But new angle, because I decided I wanted to keep on talking. So I'm just kind of cutting out these cookies, and I wanted to talk about Christmas books while I do this. I feel like it seems appropriate while I'm making Christmas cookies to talk about Christmas books. Usually when I like have my Christmas reads, I either never get to all of them or I get to absolutely none of them before the Christmas season is over. But this year I actually finished them all, which is insane. I did a Christmas recommendations video last year for Bookmas. That's why I didn't do one this year. But since you guys may not have seen that video, I figured I would still talk about some of my favorite Christmassy reads because I've read a fair amount. I obviously love Christmas, if you guys didn't know. What? Shocking news, I know. But it's because I really like reading things that fit a season, and Christmas is perfect for that. So I've read all sorts of different Christmas books. I've read some that are kind of fantasy, like The Afterlife of Holly Chase is a really interesting one. It's one that I kind of have mixed feelings about. I might have to reread it to see how I really feel about it. But that one was a Christmas Carol retelling, which I had never read a Christmas Carol retelling before. And I think I actually read that one the same year that I read A Christmas Carol for the first time. I think A Christmas Carol might be my favorite Christmas book. It's just such a classic, and it's also just a really good read. I've read 2 Charles Dickens books before. I've read Oliver Twist twice for classes, and then I also read A Christmas Carol for a class, actually. And I'm glad it made me read it because it was great to read the book, especially since I've experienced that story in like movie remakes so many times. The Disney one is really good. The most recent one with Jim Carrey, I really liked that one. I've watched a lot of Christmas movies lately. A couple of the new ones. I watched Noel on Disney Plus, which I thought was really good. I liked it more than I was expecting to. I like Anna Kendrick a lot, and I thought she was great in that role. It was just really cute and heartwarming. I also watched Klaus on Netflix, which was another great one. I just am always skeptical of new Christmas movies because I'm like, I have my tried and true originals that I love and watch every year. I still haven't seen the new Grinch, although I do want to watch it this year, the one with Benedict Cumberbatch. So that will probably be one that I watch. I just love Christmas movies. They are the greatest. I don't really like the Hallmark ones that much, although the Christmas, what was it, The Night Before Christmas? The one with the night that came out this year with Vanessa Hudgens. That one's good. And then there's another one that has this girl and she becomes nanny for this princess, and I don't remember. That probably describes like 12 of them. Oh, I forgot to put sugar on top again. Okay, I need to remember for the rest of them. Ugh, that's so annoying. This is why I can't talk and bake at the same time. But whatever the one with the night is on Netflix with Vanessa Hudgens was good, but I kept on getting annoyed because his name was Sir Cole, but no one, like, it sounds like Circle. And that's all I could hear every time they would say his name was Circle. And I'm like, who? And it was just, yeah, I'm probably the only one who was annoyed by that. My dad also noticed. My sisters did not notice. And I was like, how did you not notice? Because that was the first thing when they said his name. I was like, haha, Circle. But that is besides the point. I'm definitely gonna have to put icing on these because half of them don't have sugar on top. Ugh. I was doing so well, but really I wasn't. It was all false. Dash and Lily's Book of Dares is probably my favorite YA Christmas story. That was a super cute one. And then I also like The Chaos of Standing Still by Jessica Brody, but that one's more of a New Year's story because it's set at an airport on New Year's Eve. That one's also a little bit more sad. I feel like there's a lot of Christmas books that are sad and just like Christmas stories in general that make me sad. 25 Days Till Christmas was one of the saddest ones that I've read. I read that one this year for my 24-hour readathon and didn't really like that one, but it was very emotional. It just was like depressing overall. It kind of reminded me of the Christmas Shoes, that song, which I think is also a really depressing song. I can't remember what other Christmas books I've read, to be honest. I feel like I haven't read any right now. I read The Nutcracker last year, the original, and that one was okay. I definitely prefer the ballet than the book, but oh well. Look, I have the sugar. I'm gonna sprinkle them with sugar. Those are honestly all the ones I can really remember right now. I read Pride and Prejudice and Mistletoe, which was kind of an adult romance one. That one was okay. It was like a bit Hallmarky for me. I don't know. Let It Snow, I don't think I would enjoy if I read it now. I think it'd be a little bit too cheesy and kind of that weird teenage humor for me. Not that I'm like an old bat, because that's what I feel like I'm sounding like right now. But I just don't think it's my taste anymore. I tried watching the movie, wasn't a big fan of it, so I think I'm kind of beyond that sort of humor now. I don't know. Honestly, if you're looking for any more Christmas recommendations as far as books go, I would just watch that video that I did because I read a bunch for it. Next year, maybe after I read some more, I will do another update. A couple of you guys have actually remembered that I said I wanted to write a Christmas story, and I still do. I want to write one about a bookseller. I feel like it would be like kind of a novella. I just haven't had the time. I don't know if I'll have the time to do it this year. Maybe I will. I don't think so. This is the last Bookmas video that I have to film though, so maybe I will have the time, and if I do, then maybe I will write it and have you guys read. I'm gonna finish up with cutting these cookies, and then I will update you guys when they come out of the oven. Look at how cute they look. I just took them out of the oven, and some of them, like the little ones, are a little bit more well done because they're smaller, which is fine because my parents actually, my mom specifically, likes them when they're a little bit crispy. So look at how cute though. So I did most of my decorating. I don't have time to finish decorating. There's a very haphazard setup happening right now, but I did start and I feel like they look cute. So that's going to be all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to click that subscribe button and then click that bell icon so you'll be notified whenever I post. I'm posting 21 videos over the course of December. So if you've missed any, the playlist for Bookmas is linked down below. I hope you guys have a great Christmas Eve and a great Christmas tomorrow, and I will see you for another video tomorrow. Bye!